Episode 4 on Thursday. Brand shiny new. Got a lot of topics for you.
That was really good, actually.
I'm Cody. And you are?
And I'm Justin.
There you go.
That was a really good intro for something that was completely unplanned.
I do my best.
That's amazing.
That's why we're the hosts.
Anyhow.
Also because there's no one else that wanted to do it.
Yeah. We have crew now. Let's talk about that
We
first.
do. We have a crew.
We have crew because we're moving on up in the world.
Really? We just...
Really, it's sort of like
a mutual
I don't want to say
beneficiary thing. I don't know.
I don't want to say like forced labor,
But kind of.
but sort of.
Because, like, she wants to hang out with us.
Yeah.
But we do this thing. But she's good at what she does.
Arting.
Which is... Oh, I was going to say judging us from afar.
Oh, that's
So...
That too. And then Cody wants to get good at editing and such. So
Not me, Cody. Him, Cody.
Other Cody. There's two Codys.
Yeah.
You guys zoom in a bit?
Zoom in? Yeah.
Oh.
Here we go.
Zoom us.
I want to zoom us.
Everybody zoom in it. Zoom in it. What was that show, Zoom? You remember the show, Zoom?
Zoom.
Yeah.
What?
They taught you cool science stuff. Is that PBS? Ever watched some PBS, kids?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh. Brought to you
Zoom?
in part by viewers like
yeah.
you.
And they had that whole P.O. Box song. How did it go?
I don't really know. I just knew they did cool science stuff. They taught you how to make slime. I like slime.
I'm zooming in right now.
Okay. I'm going to go through our topics again.
It's going to get wild. Is that a good zoom, Cody?
Podcast episode 4 for version 2.0.
Yeah, it's episode 4, but we had a lot of technical trouble with episode 3.
Yeah, so
as we switched over to...
This is 4.1. We're just kind of planning for the future.
Close when it works.
All right, we're zoomed in. Yep. So,
Topics. Today, secret societies.
Right, because
Stuff.
you want to talk about secret societies.
Yeah, 'cause last week we got into some stuff that I didn't want to elaborate on because we would have ran way over.
Yeah.
Stuff I saw on the internet.
Yep.
Is on there on our imaginary wheel.
Got some good stuff. I hope we pick that.
Yeah, I'm gonna build this next week.
No, you're not.
Maybe. Animal facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a topic you picked because I know a lot of stupid stuff about
Yeah.
animals that I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna be like, "What?"
I didn't know
So
that.
will the internet.
You should wear a safari.
Like a Jack Hanna outfit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of beige.
A lot of beige. And that hat, explorer hat.
Yeah.
You should do that.
And the Steve Irwin shorts.
Don't get stabbed though.
Dude, so
Too
sad.
soon.
I love that guy.
He was fantastic.
He's-
His son's pretty cool.
I haven't seen his son do anything yet.
He's super cool.
Oh, the last thing we have is Weird Science, which I'm going to clarify is not just the Danny Elfman song, although we could listen to that too. Weird Science. Anyway.
I know the song.
Someone out there might not.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
All of our viewers. But what did you do this week? Start off with that.
I went to work.
Okay.
I worked on After the Ashes stuff.
Yep, which is your band that you're
My band.
managing.
Yes. And producing-ish.
Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, you could do that.
Now,
If you
just
wanted to.
pause this. It's live. They can't
It's
pause
live.
it.
Don't pause it.
But go check out After the Ashes.
And then I worked on Tier, which is a virtual reality application I'm working on. And that's it.
That's all you did?
Yep.
Nothing else. Did you eat?
Not very much. I think I had a banana.
Did you sleep?
Very little. I watched Ancient Aliens. And I fell
Yeah, there
asleep
you
while I
go.
was watching it.
Awesome.
That's it.
I also watched Ancient Aliens this week. I watched some interesting episodes about cursed places.
Cursed Places.
Yeah, like
Which one was
Death
that
Mountain. I think it really just said cursed places. It was about like Death Mountain and Suicide Forest in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Like places like that.
I was asking which episode, like season.
I was in season 3. Because that's where I started. Because I skipped season 1 and 2 because they're not very good.
Yeah, they were a little weird. Like the first one, it was just weird. Season 1, I didn't like it. And then like as it went on, I liked it a lot.
3 is where it starts getting real good. But that's what I did. I watched some of that. I
Played
played
League.
Played League. I played with a couple friends, which was fun. We won a lot, which was awesome. I like winning. Today I went and bought 2DS XL. So I'm back on the grid with Pokemon. I gotta restart that game today because I have no idea where I am.
Are you getting Ultra Sun?
No.
Which is
No, I'm so mad about that.
more Ultra than
We'll talk about that
traditional Sun.
later. That's my video games topic.
You know, it's kind of like the what was it, White and Black?
Oh, those were awful.
And then
Worst
White and Black 2.
Pokemon games to date.
It's just like it's kind of rip-offy, you know. Like,
It's absolutely rip-offy.
why? Just wait, you know. Just wait
To the next one.
4 years and release another Pokemon. Don't
It's
slap a
stupid.
2 on it
Yeah.
or an Ultra.
And it's just like the same game. Oh, it's so mad. That's
Right.
that's my topic for later. But what else did I do? Don't think a lot. I broke my car.
Me too.
It's broken. So I'm gonna fix it. I can't fix it because I'm going to Illinois this weekend.
Right on.
4-hour drive. I'm listening to a lot of podcasts.
You should re-listen to ours and like
That's a good
yeah,
idea.
like figure out how we could do it
See.
better.
I'd probably get actual podcast hosts instead of us.
No, I think we're doing a good
But we're
job.
great.
We're fantastic.
Yeah. And I got some Taco Bell, which was cool.
That
I didn't. Oh, I did go to Red Lobster.
was that good?
That was
Is
stoked
it
because I
endless?
hit it and endless shrimp. And our editor over there went last week, and I was like, "Damn,
Yeah,
I gotta get out there."
everybody's
and get
getting
some
that
shrimp.
endless shrimp.
So that was pretty good.
So you ready to spin up the topics?
Yep, on our wheel. That'll be here next week. You hear it?
Are you really
You
gonna
hear
make it next
I don't
week
know,
though?
Maybe.
I think you could. Like, it's not that hard. It's just something that spins.
Yeah, and you
Post-it
pick-
notes,
You
an
find
arrow.
wheel spinning music.
Yeah,
your
that's gonna be
job.
the hard part.
Okay, I'm spinning it. Weird science.
Weird science.
Got some weird
All
science
go ahead.
topics.
Start.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the black hole thing. That was weird.
What?
That we talked about the other week. Black holes are super crazy,
Mhm.
right? I don't understand them completely. I listened to a couple podcasts on them after we talked about it.
Yeah.
Some weird time traveling, because we talked about the time traveling thing too, but this goes with the black holes, time traveling, because they think you can slingshot around a black hole
Uh-huh.
to time travel,
Right.
because gravity is like super dense, and I don't understand how that works exactly.
Gravity affects time.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
But it's like, it's a relative thing.
that's the idea.
So they're like, if we slingshot you around a black hole, you'll come back years in the future. And I'm like, if you slingshot me around a black hole, I will have already gone years in the future to get there.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back in the future.
So what do you mean specifically that you don't understand? Like the fact that like gravity affects time?
Yeah, how does gravity affect time?
From my understanding, it like bends everything. So
Gravity
like
does?
mass, time, everything. Yeah.
How would it bend time? That's
Mind-boggling, right?
but it's not even a real thing. We perceive time like nothing
No,
else
it's
cares
like
about time. In the
our
universe.
time. It's your time in the affected gravity in comparison to people's time.
So it
in
bends your perception.
No. It's like your time is different, so it doesn't actually bend time. It just you move at a different speed. Does
Yeah,
that
I'd be
make
moving
sense?
slower because the gravity is gonna be super intense.
Right. That's fair.
Some other weird science. I think cloning is really interesting. I read into that a little
Yeah.
bit.
Have you designer babies? That's a good one.
Yeah. Ugh, that's not okay.
You don't think it's okay?
Wait. Okay. Designer babies in the sense that you get to choose the features on your child.
Yeah, you get to edit their.
That's kind of cool. That's like
Genes.
Sims.
right. It's like Sims,
It's like
but
humans,
real life.
like real life Sims.
But think about this. Think about like the social ramifications, right? When designer babies are like a mainstream thing,
Yeah.
are traditional people going to be able to keep up?
With
With-
making.
No. So like, imagine designer babies
Yeah.
became a thing like tomorrow, and 90% of the
Was
population
designer baby.
was a 90% of the population born
Yeah.
was a designer baby.
Okay.
In 18 years, there'd be geniuses everywhere.
Would there be? Or
Yeah.
would messing with their nose to get it right like screw them up? in
No,
the
it's
head?
it's not like that. It's like to prevent disease, to have higher IQs, stuff like that.
Why didn't they do that with me?
Well, you were behind the times. You were
Yeah,
born in
dude.
the wrong era. You're born in the wrong generation.
Hashtag millennial probs. Am I right? That's interesting.
Yeah,
I
think
thought you
about
meant
that.
like test tube babies. That's
No,
not
no.
okay, because that's like getting back into the alien thing where we could just become a different species.
No, the idea is we would be able to genetically modify humans while they were in
Yeah,
the womb.
like we do with plants to make them disease resistant.
Yeah. But you could make them just not have diseases, be more intelligent, faster, stronger.
Could you do other like character creation stuff though? Like, could I be blue? Like, could I make my kid blue?
If there was a gene that made you blue, then yes.
Cool. I'm into it now.
You shouldn't have a designer baby.
But no, I gotta tell my friend, because my friend, congratulations, friend, if you're watching, he's gonna have a kid. I just found out today on the old social medias. Maybe I can let him know that it's an option. We could get his kid to have like crazy split spider eyes, like in Mummy Impossible.
Mummy Impossible.
Yeah, or or some other cool stuff.
I think, yeah. I don't think it's something you can do right now, but it's something that will happen in the future.
Maybe we could get his kid to grow only a mohawk.
Bald everywhere, but just
But right there,
here.
yeah. Awesome.
You should not.
Or you could give your kid like a mane. You like go all the way down his back.
Yeah. I would. I'm thinking I'm gonna make sure my kid never has diseases.
No, I'm thinking,
and you're like,
I'm thinking Sims gone
Mohawk.
bad. It's you could do anything you wanted.
What if there was a random character creation button for the genetics of your child? And you
Yeah.
just smash
No.
the random button.
See, that's just not doing it. Essentially, we're all randomly generated
No,
characters.
we're not randomly generated. We're two sets of DNA that are put together, and you get random sets. You get predetermined sets from each, and they combine.
Okay, that's kind of
With the designer baby, with the random button, you could be anything, as long as it's somewhere in your genetic makeup or your ancestors' makeup. So you could be anything. Or
It's pretty cool.
yeah.
I still think we would be like the equivalent of a random button then, though. Because like if you're not purposely creating it, you're basically pressing the random button. You're like, I'm gonna randomize my character.
Random within parameters. It's not
True.
too crazy.
But there's games are random within parameters too.
Okay, you win.
Gotcha.
So, another weird science. AI. That's a good topic.
Oh, gross. I hate AI. That's one I'm against. I don't think AI is a good idea. You know why? Because I watch a lot of movies.
Right.
And I've seen iRobot.
iRobot.
Was it Ex Machina? Right.
haven't
That
seen
was
that.
that was gross.
Yeah.
What are some other stupid robot movies? Like Terminator.
I was gonna say you're missing like the main one.
Terminator.
Right.
Transformers.
Transformers is not an AI.
Dude, it's basically an AI.
I guess it is.
It's like
kind
if
of.
we let Michael Bay create a robot, that's what would happen.
Like we transcended the human form.
Yeah, it's not gonna be okay.
Okay, movies aside, right?
Okay.
Imagine you could program something to learn anything for you, and maybe you could hook it up to your mind
Okay.
to potentially make yourself much more intelligent.
I
Do you
wanna
think
be real
that's a bad
smart.
thing?
No, I'd like to be real smart. That'd be cool. But I would use it to download memes probably because I'm an idiot.
I have the world's largest meme. Like, what good is it
Dude.
if you can't show people though?
But maybe I could send it to him like with a thought. Be like,
I find that when you explain a meme, you're like the one meme with
but
the
then
guy
I
doing the
wouldn't-
thing.
I wouldn't have to explain it. Then I could just send it to him. Just,
So you now are
got
a
it.
psychic.
And then they'd be like, "Ha."
You-
No, I send it to him. I'm assuming we'll have Wi-Fi, right? No,
No,
my DS
this
does.
technology's not made for you.
I told you I shouldn't do it. I really shouldn't. It's not for me. It is not for me.
It's not for you. You're not going to be the first candidate.
But I saw some videos on AI, right?
Yeah.
And where we're coming from with it, where they've come from their advancements.
Yeah.
And they had them on like the news and stuff. And the one AI just wanted to destroy humans.
That's crazy.
Was that a joke? Or
I'm
was
sure
it?
it was vastly blown out of proportion. The latest AI I seen was Elon Musk's OpenAI,
Uh-huh.
and it learned how to play Dota.
That's pretty cool.
So it learned how to, in 2 weeks, it learned how to play Dota so well that the pros look at the footage from playing the AI to get better.
What?
2 weeks. These people have spent 4 years playing Dota.
Could it do the same thing with League of Legends?
Anything.
I am getting a boosted account.
AI boosted account. The first game you play, you're gonna ruin your elo.
I'm Challenger.
But yeah, basically, there's all kinds of cool applications for it because, when you can run thousands of simulations in a very limited time frame, it knows the best way to do things.
Our backdrop's gone, dude.
Yeah, the cat's gonna get it. But that's really cool. And there's one that learned how to play Mario.
Yeah.
It beat all the Mario games flawlessly. That was through genetic. I forget what it's called. It's a certain algorithm that learns from its genetic predecessors.
Whenever I made it.
Every life is like an ancestor.
There it goes.
There it goes.
Whenever it made a mistake, it remembered, right? And then it wouldn't make that mistake next time. It would correct.
Yeah.
It would correct the mistake.
When it started out, it didn't even jump or anything.
Yeah.
But it knew certain parameters, like points were good, finishing it fast was good, stuff like that, and then it just slowly learned. And that's the same thing with Dota. I think there was only 4 parameters. It was taking damage is bad, last hitting creeps is good, killing enemies is good, dying is bad. And that's it. And it learned how to be better than human players.
So it did the math with its damage output that it could run away when it was going to die and kill people when it would live and kill people.
It literally never died. At first it was really stupid, and then they played it 2 or 3 more times and they couldn't beat it. And then eventually it was just literally unbeatable.
Oh my gosh. I need to play an AI.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up.
You need to watch it. It's on YouTube.
I want to get better by watching AI. Well, now I'm
They haven't
for
applied
AI.
it to League.
Oh.
It's for Dota, but still, still interesting. But that's just one application, right? That's just games, which is kind of not really important in the scope of things.
Is there any other application?
Yeah, there's lots of applications like efficient design, stuff like that.
That's true.
You could come up with the best way to design something.
Just by letting something else design it for you?
Yeah.
And we could get them to run Google Fiber for us.
You could get them to do anything.
Google Fiber.
Google Fiber.
Make it happen.
Cool. But I guess the coolest thing about it is, a lot of people are afraid if AI were to
take over the world,
it would just take over the world because it would become more intelligent than us and all that stuff. But here's something I don't think people consider. AI isn't going to have the lizard brain that we have. The brain that makes us, we need to survive, we need to be better, we need to dominate. AI is not going to have that hard-coded in them. You know what I mean? It's unnecessary to them. So I don't think they're going to be evil, like Terminator or whatever.
Well, Terminator came back and Terminator 2 was a good guy.
You know what I mean? Skynet or whatever it was called.
Did you see the last one?
No, I haven't.
Terminator? Oh, it was
it
good. It was real good because they brought in a surprise actor at the end, right?
Yeah.
Mind-blowing. We should watch that this week.
You're going to be in Illinois.
I gotta have a lot of time. Watch some Terminator. What was it? 4, 5, 5, 6? There's a lot of Terminators.
There is.
That's some weird science for you today.
That was good. That was a good topic. I think we covered it pretty well.
Hey, you really need to watch Ex Machina because that was a really scary one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Because AI should never have human emotions. I'm strong.
No, that's the thing that's wrong. That's what makes life good, but at the same time, it kind of wrecks stuff up because
we should never give AI human emotions.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Humans shouldn't have human emotions.
Right.
It's stupid.
Right.
All right. I'm spinning, and it's still weird science. Stuff I saw on the internet.
Stuff I saw on the internet. So, what I saw was Skinny Kim Jong-un. Have you seen
Skinny?
it?
No. Has he been hitting the gym?
No. Somebody made a mock-up of what he would look like if he was skinny.
That's not a good thing.
I
He
gotta
doesn't
show it
like
to you.
that.
I'll show it to you. He looks like the perfect supervillain.
Is he not already?
No, because he's not menacing. He's like a marshmallow man.
He kind of is. I hope he's not watching. Do you think
Oh,
our
yeah.
podcast is moderated over in
I'm sure
North Korea?
they're watching it right now. Kim Jong is like, "What the fuck, guys? I'm like your biggest fan."
I hope he is.
But no, for real, he's just not menacing. He's very squishy looking.
If you're watching, Mr. Kim, we'd love to do an interview with you.
I got to get through all these dank memes real
He's-
quick.
Nah, don't worry about it. Have you seen the movie The Interview? Because, whoa, he is
See how intimidating he looks?
he is a scary
Yeah,
supervillain.
right? And I don't know how to put that on the screen.
I don't either. Oh, I do. Hey,
I can hold you.
hey, Cody, put it on the screen.
I can't. I can't post links.
Oh, Rem,
I'm not a moderator.
what do we have a proof for?
Well, anyhow, look up Skinny Kim Jong Un. Just Google it.
Give them the necessary.
Just
I'm just
Google it.
kidding. Google Skinny Kim Jong Un.
You know what? I'm gonna make a moderator right now. Moderator.
That's funny. That's really funny.
I modded.
Why did he reply to it? Did he see it?
I don't know.
I bet-
They only
I
have
didn't-
like 12 people that use the internet.
Oh, but I bet they use it a lot. Like that's their job.
They're probably
The county memes they sort through a day.
Those are the rarest memes. North
Mhm.
Korean memes.
I can only imagine that this could go south, no pun intended. Korea's. But it could go south real quick and he could be like, no, screw you, and then like try to do the whole launching missiles thing, which is stupid.
Is that your thing? Is that like how you do it? Like his voice?
I don't know. That's how they did it in a movie that I watched, that James Franco helped.
The interview?
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Was it good? I didn't see it.
It has a lot to do with Katy Perry.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
She's not in it, just has a lot to do with it.
Anyhow, so that was what I saw. Skinny Kim Jong Un, which is super menacing. He looks like a super villain, does he not?
He looks exactly like a super
Yeah, he's scary.
Like, dude, he's some Cobra Commander type nonsense.
And Cody posted the link so people could freaking see it now. It's scary.
I don't know if I saw anything super interesting on the internet.
Oh,
Right.
the another thing I saw was they found I'm gonna butcher this. A
Okay.
papyrus scroll in Egypt.
A pirate scroll?
Papyrus.
Oh!
I don't know how to say it.
Papyrus?
Yeah, they
Okay.
found it.
Like an old ancient paper.
Ancient paper.
Got
Thank
it.
you. And it told it explained how the pyramids were built.
No.
So
They found it? Like, it's like a blueprint? Or just like,
it was just like a journal, basically.
how did they
That's the best way to
do
put it. And what they did was there was a channel, like a river channel,
Okay.
that was built all the way up to the pyramid, and they
Yeah.
just transferred these giant blocks on boats.
What?
Yeah, super.
But how do they lift him up still?
With pulleys and slaves.
That's really high, though.
Well, when you have a lot of slaves.
And a lot of
But I think
pulleys.
that they paid people now. I think that came out too,
Dude,
where
you
they
could
paid
pay
people
me-
in beer.
all the money in the world and I couldn't lift a stone that big.
Hey, have you seen How Beer Saved the World? It's a really good documentary. Talks about like the history of beer.
No.
Well, they paid people to build the pyramid with beer. They got like rations, beer
What?
rations. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And like only certain people knew how to make beer, like priests and stuff. So it was like super cool.
So it's holy?
Well, it's any knowledge back then was seen as holy, or you were holy if you were intelligent. You know what I mean?
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Did beer help do anything else?
Yeah, beer did a
is
lot
it,
of
like,
things. It
connected to
prevented
Easter
people-
Island and
No, it prevented people from getting sick in medieval times because it had alcohol in it, so
oh.
it wasn't dirty.
I imagine it didn't taste as good though.
No, I mean it's not like the beer we have
like-
today.
Old ale.
Yeah, it's not like it wasn't like good, but
They just had like 40 quality.
you didn't get diarrhea when you drank it. So
That's a plus.
This was- but that's the idea. Like the whole documentary talks about how beer actually, saved the world essentially.
Way. What's it called? The documentary, do you remember?
How beer saved the world.
That's literally it?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. Dude, I want to watch that later.
That's it. That's the title.
I'm gonna watch it.
That was.
That sounds real cool.
But the papyrus thing was like huge letdown for me because I had all these crazy ideas of how the pyramid got built, and it's just literally boats.
So it wasn't aliens?
No, it's just boats.
Damn.
Which
Well,
is a bummer.
let me tell you, Ancient Aliens has been telling me otherwise.
It has. They definitely didn't mention boats one time.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. But that's kind of cool, though, that we know now. You know, and they said it was the greatest archaeological find this century.
This century?
Yeah.
I feel like we found some cool stuff. We had to have found something else.
We didn't know how the pyramids were built until now. It was a huge mystery.
Hmm.
And then we literally have a journal of a guy who helped build it. He, like, was in charge of building it.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. It's kind of big. It's anticlimactic, for sure.
But still very interesting.
Still very interesting.
And informative.
Very informative. The more you know.
The only thing I saw in the internet was a bunch of stupid, depressing stuff. This week has been a depressing week for
sure.
life in the interwebs. It's just all about nationalism and that stuff, which I'm not going to go into because that's real
polarizing.
I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not interested in talking about
That I saw more disaster videos.
it. Yeah, Puerto Rico's a mess.
Bad. It
Yeah.
looks bad.
Wish I could do something.
Why don't we build a wall? No, but I'm serious. We should have like a storm wall.
Like a tsunami wall
Or
or
some
something?
sort of like, okay, there's a movie coming out, I think, about disaster prevention. Yeah. That I saw on the internet. There you go. I saw a trailer for a movie that's disaster prevention, right? Is eventually down in the future, we invent a system that shuts down storms, right? When we see them, it just stops the storm.
Right.
Okay? There's like towers, and they like just stop the storm from even forming. So everyone's safe. You don't have all the casualties, all the damages. Pretty much pays for itself.
What is this?
I forget what it's called. Just type in storm prevention movie.
Storm prevention movie. Got it. Did you see the thing where they plant these, like, I don't know what the plant's called, but they plant them at the shores? No, they plant them in the water, and they prevent waves. Trees. Those things. What are they called? Trees. No.
Is it? Is it like a kelp?
No,
like a
it's
kelp
it's
forest?
like a what are those things called? It's like in swampy areas.
Algae.
I don't think you plant algae, sir.
I don't.
They're like ferns or something, underwater ferns.
Okay, so
I'm gonna Google it.
So like a kelp type deal.
No, not a kelp type deal.
They are not giant lily pads, I assume.
No,
I hope they're giant lily pads. Oh, you could walk out in the ocean. That'd be sweet.
It's for preventing erosion.
So it stops the sand from moving.
It's but that's basically the idea. If you plant stuff like in shallows,
Stops waves.
it stops not only stops waves, like dissipates waves, it also stops erosion. I wonder if that would be helpful for like large storms or something.
Well, at least a little bit, and
I mean, it can't hurt.
it stops water displacement, which is good.
Yeah.
That's
well,
really cool.
Erosion's like a big problem, you know, that people don't talk about.
Yeah, but where does all of it go?
Into the giant abyss of the ocean.
We should really deal with that. That's our problem.
The ocean slowly eating all the land.
And the ocean in general.
Yeah, we don't need that water.
We
Fuck
should
it.
get rid of it.
Yeah.
Let's funnel it.
We should build a wall, like you said, to keep all the water out.
Yeah. No, the build a wall thing was more of just a storm wall to keep water out. But we should set up a system. Like I said, that movie's doing it. The whole thing with the movies, it starts failing eventually. So
Oh, is this like geostorms or something?
something like that?
Yeah, I think I've seen previews for that.
But
And like a terrorist organization takes it over and
yeah,
tornadoes
they're
or-
like tornadoes, haha. Then we're not gonna stop them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this sucks.
Yeah, that's it.
But we should set up some sort of disaster prevention. Like, how have we not done that? I know we can't stop like earthquakes, but windy things we could just be like, no,
You could at
go
least
away.
dissipate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Sharknado's accurate, all you do is drop a propane tank in and shoot it.
I haven't seen Sharknado, so spoilers.
I'm
again.
so sorry. Well, I'm like 5,
just
dude.
ruined
Catch
it.
up. I like science fiction too much. Like terrible science fiction.
Sharknado is terrible science fiction.
But it's great, terrible science fiction. Dude, they got Frankie Muniz in one of them. Spoiler.
Oh, how the greats have fallen.
No way, man. They also got Penn and Teller, which I met one time. I went to Vegas.
did?
Yeah, I met Penn and Teller. It was real cool.
What did they say anything interesting?
Well, not a lot, because one of them doesn't talk a lot. The other one called me boss a lot.
How's it going, boss?
Yeah. It was really cool. They were really nice people. They were really pleasant. Their magic show was really cool.
Well, they are pretty good magicians.
They're really good. And, like, we saw them live, obviously. Blows my mind.
Blows my mind.
It was cool. He ate fire and then brought it back out. I don't know. He doesn't.
Magic.
It's pretty much.
Name of the game.
That's what I saw on the internet, though.
You want to spin again?
Yeah.
Handy dandy wheel.
Should we put colors on our wheel? Like bright colors? When we get it?
When we get our wheel?
Yeah. I gotta make the wheel.
You do need to make the wheel.
That's
I think we
work
should just
very
do different,
well.
different colored post-it notes or something, and then if people suggest something, we can put their name under the post-it note.
So here's the thing. Once we get the wheel, it'll be on there once. But they were gonna run into the same problem. It will keep picking the same thing over and over. I really wanted to talk
No,
about stuff.
because then
we
you
did on
can take the
I
post-it
didn't
note
think about
off.
that. I'm real dumb.
That's why I
See,
said
this is
post-it
why
notes.
I need AI to help me.
That's why I said post-it note, because you can take the post-it note off and you can put another
can
one
just
on.
delete some of these.
You could do
once
that
I'm
too.
done with them.
You could also do that.
But it landed on animal facts.
Animal facts. Well, you are the expert,
The
so
resident
let's start.
animal expert. I'm gonna tell you about some interesting animal facts. There is a creature called the eye.
I know what
Right.
the eye is.
Okay, you know about the eye.
Yeah, it's fucking
AYE.
terrifying.
AYE, right?
Yeah.
It's a little weasel-looking thing. Lives up in the trees.
You would say weasel?
What would you call it?
I don't know. It's like a slow loris kind of.
It looks like a loris, but what would
like
you call a loris?
A slow loris with mange.
It kind of looks like a deformed monkey squirrel.
That's a very apt description. I like that.
Yeah. Deformed monkey squirrel. We're going to go with that. But it has a tool that it uses to get its food.
Oh right, it like sticks.
Because, you know, how
twigs
monkeys, like primates, will use tools. They'll find a stick to stick in a hole to get termites, pull the bugs out, it
And-
eats them.
Yeah.
This
Bugs
thing
on a
does the
stick.
same kind of thing. I think it's omnivorous, but a lot of its diet consists of insects, which it gathers with its elongated middle finger. Hilarious.
That
It
is
just looks like
interesting.
it's flipping people off all the time. And it's super scary looking and just like walking around flipping people off. It's like
Is that the noise it makes?
yeah, that's I assume. I wouldn't really know. I've never seen one. Hopefully I never see one.
They're super creepy though. My wife and her sister.
Uh-huh.
My wife, when her sister was real little, would always be like, "There's an eye out the window."
Ew.
To
I
scare.
would like
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't. That's not something you joke about. If there's an eye out the window, there's an eye out the window. If not, don't you
say
do that
that.
to me.
They are creepy. They're like
Heart attack. They're nightmare inducing.
monkey reapers.
Yeah.
They look like demonic, deformed
Monkey
monkeys.
squirrels.
Monkey squirrels.
Yeah, that's a messed up one. I got another one for you. There's a creature called a binturon, which
Don't know what that
looks
is.
like a large matte black raccoon. Okay? It's like a large version.
And
They're
what did you call
about
it?
yay big. It's called a binturon.
Binturon?
Yeah.
Okay.
The weird thing about it, the interesting animal fact, if you will, is that it smells like buttered popcorn.
Is there a reason for that?
It's scent glands. You know how the animals have different smells? You're
Right, like ferrets are smelly.
That's wet dog.
Yeah.
Right?
Ferrets smell like musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These things smell like butter popcorn, like movie theater popcorn. And it's real because I saw one in a zoo, and I was like,
Did you go up and smell it?
well, I didn't, but you could smell it from like the
Oh,
area.
it's like
it permeates.
a strong buttered popcorn smell?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, it's buttered popcorn. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. I want one of those in my house, like
Yeah.
all the time.
You could just like have like live potpourri.
Yeah, I just feed it, and it
It-
makes everything smell like popcorn.
Yeah, it turns food into popcorn smell.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool ability.
That's an interesting. That's one of those like useless superpowers.
Yeah.
Like you can shoot infinite spaghetti out your fingers. It's not super useful except that you could feed yourself all the time.
Yeah, right. Buttered
Ex-
popcorn smell.
Everything smells like buttered popcorn.
Do you know what those beetles are called that can shoot like acid?
The beetles, assassin bugs, I think they're called.
Those things are super cool.
Yeah, those are crazy because they snipe people
Yeah.
from like 3 feet away.
Yeah.
If 3 feet for a little bug,
Right.
it's a pretty far distance.
Incredible.
It's accurate. Those are crazy. They're like bug skunks.
Yeah, but doesn't it like hurt?
It's acid.
Right. It doesn't just
essentially.
smell bad. It's not just inconvenient. It actually hurts you.
Yeah. Ooh, those are scary. Ah, God. Let me think of another one. Another cool animal.
The Puya Puya frog.
Is that the see-through one?
That's the back frog that gives birth out its back.
What?
It's so,
I don't know if I've
it's
seen
so
that.
gross. It's the nastiest thing I've
Oh wait,
ever
is that the
seen.
one that like they laid the eggs on the back?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty gross.
It's
they
pretty
like
gross.
crawl out and it's
Yeah.
like, "Argh!"
You don't want to see it.
It looks like Alien a little bit.
It's worse than Alien. It's
much
nasty.
worse.
When I first saw that as a kid, because there was a documentary, it's like, hey, this is a documentary for kids. Let's show a terribly disturbing frog giving birth from its back.
Ugh.
Kids will love it. And no, it's terrible, and it still bothers me.
Going off the frog thing, there are these frogs that get frozen during the winter time where they live.
They hibernate.
Kind of, except their heart completely like stops.
How do they come back?
I don't know.
That's cool.
It's black magic, I'm pretty sure.
That's a cool power.
But they actually get like frozen over. They just sit there until snow goes away. Which, fun fact, that's what my fiance does too.
Oh.
What?
That was in poor
She
taste.
just freezes over, and then like when it gets hot out, she's like, "Oh, I'm awake again."
That was in poor taste.
No.
This is her dropping frames.
Oh no. She jumped on the internet. She was real mad at me.
No, I don't. We're green again. We're good.
Other cool facts: they recently just discovered white giraffes.
I feel like it's really hard to believe that giraffes were hard to discover.
No, white giraffes.
I know, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Giraffe isn't one of those animals that was like, oh yeah, we never knew it was there. It's
But-
kind of always there.
But this is a family of white giraffes, not albino giraffes. They
Right.
have a weird mutation
Right.
that makes them just plain white.
Do you get what I'm saying though?
Well, yeah. They're
Like,
kind of big.
they kind of like stick out. You
But
like
how many people do we have actually out looking for
white giraffes?
specifically colored giraffes in Africa?
Well, there's a lot of people looking for new animals to, for discoveries and such. So
Yeah.
it's hard to believe that they didn't find them.
They did find them. That's what I'm telling you.
No, for so
they
long.
found these white.
Right. We can't talk about it if they didn't find it. No, but like,
That's a good point.
yeah, like why did it take so long
It's
to find
weird
them?
that it takes us so long to find anything.
What if
'cause
it's
we're all
like
over
a
the place.
genetic mutation, like blonde hair, blue
Mhm.
eyes?
So what if giraffes just become
They
white?
start. Yeah, they have like a recessive trait that makes them white now. Because like blue eyes didn't exist
Yeah.
a couple thousand years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody had blue
So
eyes.
we're gonna have a lot more white giraffes.
Maybe if my theory is correct.
I hope those giraffes don't try to take over the other giraffes.
What is the Futurama song in the year?
Yes.
29, 29, 29.
Yeah, stupid. Oh god, that was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard any other weird animal news recently,
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
except that they found a frog that has a clear chest.
that you can.
This is a frog episode. A lot of frog facts.
Frog back.
They found a new species of frog that I don't know the scientific name of because that's really difficult to memorize. But it has a clear chest. You can actually see its heart beating, like while it's alive. Just
That
hold
makes
up.
it easy to like.
Tell if it's alive.
Well, to study.
Yeah,
You don't gotta kill it.
but that's very interesting. It's weird, and maybe okay, because this goes into them doing all the weird animal studies where they're taking DNA and mixing with other things, right? We could maybe have clear people.
What is the
What's the benefit?
advantage?
You
of-
could see your organs, right? And they could not have to cut you open for surgery. They'd be like, "There's the problem. I see it."
Maybe we should just improve our scanning technology where it doesn't actually poison us, instead of making us see through.
Yeah.
That might be a better way to go about it. I think.
You're a scientific genius, really.
I would no.
But that just adds another option to our Sims
Clear
baby
people.
experiment. You wouldn't want to be a clear person?
So, sir, you
I'm
have
almost there. Like I'm pretty
You were close.
close to a clear person.
But
I'm
do you
the
imagine
closest
that?
we got so
Imagine
far.
that, sir. You can make your child a genius. You can make them an athlete. I want them to be clear,
Clear.
sir. No, clear. I just want to be able to see their organs 24/7.
That's kind of gross. Ew, especially if you had like a really big burrito, right? Like imagine, like you get a food baby. I got a food baby the other day. I ate too much shrimp. But if I had that, but you could see it,
Your
my
stomach,
just
like-
distended stomach,
Ugh.
disgusting.
Nasty.
Yeah, so that's a cool frog. Cool frog. Ooh, and there's another one. This is.
Is
I
there
don't know
another
if-
frog?
No, I don't know if you count it under animal facts. I'm just gonna keep it under the general term, because there's a spider.
You should update the title.
That's okay. There's a spider, right? That got named after Dumbledore.
What?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like the Sorting Hat, okay? So the spider.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Yeah, they named it after Dumbledore. They actually asked J.K. Rowling if she would let him use the name.
Man, how like influential. You know, I want to
Do
be
you-
so influential
Yeah.
that people name things after the things I created.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was really awesome. I thought that was a really cool
That is cool.
fact. And
Random
they
facts.
recently found a dinosaur. I forget what kind of dinosaur. I think it was related to the iguanodon. It's just a big lizard. You know,
Doesn't do
dinosaur.
anything.
It's a medium-sized dinosaur as far as it goes, but they named it after I think they named it after one of the dragons in the Harry Potter universe.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's at least two
Yeah.
animals that have been named.
It was
after.
really cool, I thought.
That is cool. You wanna
That's our weird animal facts.
you
for
want to
the-
spin it? We can. You could go on all day. You're like a
I really could.
freaking
I'm a-
encyclopedia.
of weird animal facts. I'm gonna go with the last one we have, which is secret societies.
And you were super stoked. What was the one you wanted
Really
to talk
excited. I
about?
wanted to talk about the Bohemian Grove, which you
It's
had also heard of.
It's a good thing that I remembered this because earlier today we were talking. And
Yeah.
I'm like, "What's on the agenda?" And you're like,
I don't know.
"We're streaming later," and I'm like, "That's what I'm talking about."
I was like, "Oh, well, I didn't really plan much
I don't have a plan.
because I never do.
And then I remembered.
This is an organic.
You know what? Another thing we forgot:
Yeah.
the Bible, the pigeon Bible.
Oh, Pigeony Bible. That's
Pigeony
we'll leave
Bible.
that for the next one of these times. It's in my phone. But Bohemian Grove really
Yeah.
crazy
Mhm.
because
It's
people,
legitimate,
Yeah,
first of all.
it's legitimate. It's documented.
Mm-hmm.
Openly documented. Like it's not a secret book somebody found.
Yeah,
They have like a yearbook. Okay.
and all the most powerful people are in it.
Most of the yeah, like pretty much all of the most powerful people. Anybody, I think, like in that high-ranking companies
Or politics.
or politicians.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of people in
Or scientists,
in the
maybe?
government. Yeah, I don't know if they're probably.
Or is it just like
How many
political
scientist
and
names do you know though?
not very many?
Yeah,
But which is a problem.
so, talking about real facts we're hitting here.
But I wonder if it's just like influential people and rich people, or if it's like all people of power. I'll have to look into
Do
that.
they do it to just be part of the group and be in on it, right? To not be left behind and cut out? Or do they do it because they actually believe in this owl deity?
What is it, Molech?
I think
Molech,
that sounds right. You Google it while I tell our listeners what happens.
Yeah.
So every year, all of these influential people, politics, and probably scientists, we're going to go with probably scientists.
It's Molech.
Actors,
Actors, yeah.
famous people.
Mm-hmm.
They all get together in these woods, in the redwood forest, right?
Yeah.
Lots of trees.
Weird Owl statue.
There's this giant wooden epitome of this owl god that supposedly they worship. I don't know. I think it's more
And they
of a
wear
show.
crazy robes.
They wear crazy robes and or are naked. There's been times where they're naked. There's a
I
weird,
haven't heard that.
Yep. there's a weird thing. You can actually a couple presidents have been called out in press conferences about this thing.
Yeah.
The Bohemian Grove.
Because it's crazy.
Yeah. And the one, I think it was Clinton, maybe, was like,
Naked.
Bohemian Grove? Is that where all those crazy cultists get together and get naked?
Naked.
And I was like, yes! Thank you. I think it was Nixon.
That sounds like something Nixon would say.
Yeah, I think it was Nixon.
Those hippies.
And it was pretty great.
That is pretty
can't.
good.
But Bohemian Grove is this crazy thing, and they do a mock human sacrifice. Okay, not a real human sacrifice.
As far as we know,
that would be wrong. But they do a mock human
Right.
sacrifice to this owl deity, which they light up, and someone always does the voice of this owl deity. I forget who it is. It's a really famous person. They always do the voice of this owl deity, and they have a whole conversation with this deity. It's a big event.
do you think they do? Like, do you think they're serious about this whole deal?
I don't know.
Or do you
That's
think
what
they're
I
just
want to know.
trolling folks?
I don't know if it's like just like a costume party.
Like cosplaying extreme?
Yeah, all of these people. It's like a big joke on the U.S. that we all do this. It's really funny. We're gonna throw them off. It's just a good time for them. You know,
Right.
it's just a normal get
I
together.
mean, what isn't more fun than getting naked and mock
Max
sacrifices?
with your best buds,
With your bros.
all your famous friends. But I feel like there has to be somebody who believes in it.
Right. Who started it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who started it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's documented. We'll look into that. But they make like a yearbook, like a scrapbook.
Mhm.
Every year they like take a bunch of pictures and they put it together and they have a little yearbook
It's like
of
high
the time we
school
all got
for
together for the
sacrificing.
toga party.
It's like high school or college for sacrificing.
Yeah.
It's super weird. I wonder how famous, like, what is the point when you're like, Molech party?
Like when you get invited.
Yeah. What do you have to do?
Yeah, you have to be in like so many movies, or you have to gross a certain amount in those movies. You have to be above this level of politician. Like you have to have so much pull.
Like a Supreme Court justice.
This is why I don't think there's a lot of scientists there.
Because there's not a good way to rate scientists.
Yeah, that's the only reason. It's not because they're not that level of society. It's just that there's no way to rate them.
No ranking system for scientists.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You figured it out.
Except they invite the guys that are lying to us about being on the moon. I'm just kidding. We went to the moon. Probably?
Probably.
Question mark? But they do all kinds of weird stuff at this
No,
party.
it's really weird. People like secretly videotape it and
Yeah,
stuff,
and-
and they have chants and all kinds of wild
And
stuff.
There's also people who oppose it. Okay?
Like rich and famous people.
No, like actually are like anti secret society people.
Right.
They think that these people are trying to make a over encompassing world domination cult. So they're against it. There's this one guy, I think he called himself the Masked Patriot.
Oh, that's good.
But he showed up with like all kinds of equipment, like guns. He was loaded, and he had a mask on.
Hence the Mass Patriot.
Hence Masked Patriot. And he went to shut this thing down. Okay, he was
Yeah.
like, not in my America. And he went in and just. I don't think there was anybody there. That was the funny thing. Like, he didn't actually end up shooting anybody, but they found him and got rid of him. I think he was trying to burn the statue.
The only weakness the Mass Patriot has is he's not punctual.
Yeah, he didn't have the right time because he didn't get invited. That's what it was.
He wasn't popular
That's
enough
got to be
yet.
it. Yeah, but he burned. He went to burn the statue.
The statue,
Like
right?
the owl statue.
Which is vandalism. No, it's arson.
Is it though? If it's a weird god statue,
I mean, if I had a weird god statue in my yard,
I wouldn't,
want
want
people.
Someone's got to own the area.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah,
It's arson.
So he got arrested. The
Not the
reign,
Mass Patriot.
the reign of the Mass Patriot was not a very long one.
Yeah.
He was the hero we wanted, but not the hero we needed.
No. And there's all kinds of secret societies where that like people admit to being in it, like Skull and Bones.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And George Bush was in it.
Skull and Bones was at a college, though, right?
Yeah, it's the
It
Order of the
comes-
Skull. I forget. It's Yale University
It's more of
Society.
a frat thing, right?
Yeah, but a lot of influential
Have
people
come through it.
No, a lot of people who become influential were in Skull and Bones,
yeah.
which is interesting.
They get
Freemasons.
their origin there, which is it's weird. It's another one of those things. It's like, how do you get connected to that?
Yeah,
Does it dictate where you can land?
Freemasons. That's another one.
Freemasons are really big just all around the world.
Here too, like there's
There's a lot specifically here
Yeah,
in Ohio.
there's a Mason temple in Bellevue, where I'm from.
We're doing this in Sandusky. I'm pretty sure. I need fact checked on this, but I'm pretty sure the roads are
Fact
so
check.
screwy
Because of the Masons. symbol.
because
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because Sandusky's mapped out to look like a Masonic symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like,
So the roads
practical
go like
roads. They're like, practical roads. Nah, we don't need those.
Mason symbol.
Mason symbol.
Yeah.
Slap that down.
I don't know if it's true, but I have heard that.
That's why the roads are all funky. But here's what I heard. That the Masons they have separate branches, right? Because they have separate lodges is what they're called.
Yeah.
And I don't think they coordinate with each other.
So they like fight.
They're their own thing. And they don't fight, but
Mason wars.
yeah, let's make a show. But they do their own thing. So if you're a member of one, I don't think you're a member of the other branches. Okay.
What determines the branches?
That's what I'm so confused about, because it all has to stem from one origin, right?
I think it's the
Templar Knights
Templar Knights.
Yeah, but-
I might be wrong.
says National Treasure, but they probably did some fact checking.
I'm gonna Google it real quick. But yeah,
But why would they split? That's what I want to know.
I mean, a lot of societies, religions split
I
often
guess.
over stupid stuff.
But where they're like, I don't want to have billiards night on Tuesday, Paul.
Yeah, fuck you,
I'm
Paul.
gonna make my own lodge.
We're Masons number 2. We have
Billiards
billiard
night
night
is-
whenever we want.
It's Monday.
Could you imagine if that's actually why?
'Cause Janet doesn't let me drink on that day.
No one knows with certainty how or when the Masonic fraternity was formed.
That's why it's a secret society.
Accepted theory among Masonic scholars is that it arose from stonemasons guilds during the Middle Ages,
Hence Masons.
because they had like the secrets of how to build strong buildings.
Dude, do
It
you
was
think
like
they
a
had
passed on
something to do with
trade.
the pyramids? No, and I'm not even joking, because they just found the blueprint pyramids. Or they have a lot of pyramid
Yeah, but
blueprints.
that way predates the Masons.
Does it though?
Oh no, you got it figured out.
What if they were part of the construction of
The pyramids,
the
all over
pyramids
the world.
all over the world? They're all connected.
I think the greatest thing about the pyramid is it's just the best way to put rocks up where they don't fall down.
Yeah, you couldn't build it anyways.
That's just why they last so long, because it's just a good way to put rocks in a pile.
They'd have more room if they started stacking them first. Like in a square.
That's what they do, isn't it? The bottom of a pyramid is a square.
Yeah, but you could go a little bit higher and you have more room.
Well, you should join the Freemasons, because
I'll tell them.
you got it figured out.
You have more clearance. You wouldn't hit your head because it's angled.
I get what
You
you're
get
saying.
more. Yeah.
I smell what you're stepping in.
You want to go up a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Secret societies, listen up.
That's interesting, though. Just secret societies in general, because most conspiracy theories have no bearing. It's
Yeah.
just he said, she said.
Yeah,
Here's a
like
picture of
the,
a log.
The chemtrails are like, they're putting stuff in the air. That's
like I said, he said, she said. Picture of a log, Loch Ness monster.
This one, there's proof.
Yeah,
It's documented.
There's literal proof that these people are there and they're doing these things.
And people admit to being in these things.
Hmm.
And they made yearbooks.
Right, which is
So,
paper trail,
definite
big time
paper trail.
picture trail.
Another weird one is the Knights of the Golden Circle.
I don't know anything about those guys.
It sounds a lot like Knights of the Round Table. They don't do nice stuff for Camelot. They were another secret society. They're a lot like the stonemasons in many ways.
I mean the Freemasons.
Yeah, Freemasons, whatever. They probably started as stonemasons too. But a lot of their stuff, with the secrets that are tied to them, a lot is like caches, right?
Caches.
Like places where they've stored treasure.
Oh, is that with the island, the Roanoke?
Yep.
Yeah.
Roanoke is tied to it. That's one of the biggest ones, the
I
most
want
popular.
to know what's in that hole.
Yep.
What is in there?
Or not. It's not Roanoke.
It's not Roanoke. It's
Roanoke was that's a whole nother topic where people disappeared.
Yeah, right. They figured out where they went though. They
Yeah.
became part of the Native American tribes. That's literally all that happened, which is another anticlimactic.
But it was scratched
Discovery.
into the tree and
What is the island called?
Oak Island.
Oak Island?
Yeah, it's Oak Island.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like we can't even get to it today.
Because it's so blown up.
Well, here's a YouTube video we might want to watch later. Oak Island update. Huge find has been made.
Oh, really?
February 21st, 2017.
Ooh, what did they
But
find?
it's probably clickbait.
Well, the Knights of the Gold Circle had a lot to do with that, and they've had caches all over the place. And there's like certain symbols you can look for.
Right. And that's how you knew they were there.
Yeah, like they would etch a symbol, a marking into a tree.
Yeah.
And if you see the marking on the tree, then you follow it to the branch, and then there's another one, and wherever that branch pointed straight down to the earth, you would dig there, and there'd be a cache of gold. Like,
Don't they say that they have the Holy Grail?
yeah,
That's what
they think they have the Holy Grail, and I think that they believe they have the Ark of the Covenant.
You know what confuses me about the Holy Grail? It's the cup that Jesus used, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Jesus used a lot of cups.
probably. There's a lot of Holy Grails.
Right?
Because he can't carry one cup I mean, he could, but that's impractical.
Jesus used a lot of cups.
A lot of people have cups.
There's probably some little clay cup sitting around that Jesus used. I don't think it makes it special just because Jesus used it.
Maybe it does, but also that means there's a lot of them, which makes the price go down.
Yeah, it's supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus used a lot of cups. He also ate a
Holy
lot of
Grails.
bread.
Very true. A lot of Holy Grails.
I just don't understand it.
But only one set of 10 Commandments that's in the Ark of the Covenant,
supposedly,
which they think they have.
they think that in Oak Island, they think
No, no, it's
I
not
was gonna
buried there.
say, I don't think that's there.
No, they just think the Knights of the Golden Circle have it.
Now, do you think
hiding
when
it.
people touched the Ark of the Covenant, they actually did die? Or do you think that was a story to make it seem more
Maybe they did,
supernatural?
but maybe it was like... I mean, if you do believe in the Ark of the Covenant, you believe in why it's the Ark of the Covenant. So, God just zapping somebody for...
Yeah, you're not allowed to touch it.
Yeah, restraining order. Don't touch that.
Don't touch it or I'll kill you.
Yeah, lightning, done.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, and that's scary.
That's super scary.
So that would be a reason why it would be locked away. Because it just kills people.
Well, more because of the heritage and all that stuff, too.
Also because it just kills people. You can't leave that outside. Little Timmy will go up and be like, oh, what's that? Little Timmy's toast.
Toast Timmy.
Right? There'd just be a pile of bodies. And that's not where you want your religious artifacts, in the middle of a pile of bodies.
That's exactly where I want my religious artifacts.
I guess.
People will respect them.
But they think a lot of other religious artifacts are hidden in there too. And then they think...
In Oak Island.
No, in the Ark
Ark of the Covenant. What would
Oak
okay.
Island, they think, is a giant cache of ancient stored treasure. That's what people look. It's treasure hunters that are blowing that to shit.
Here's something. How do you put something in the Ark of the Covenant if
Uh-huh.
you touch it and it kills you?
I think originally they were placed in there. That's what they're thinking.
So when did it get its killing power?
After those things were placed in it, like those things were placed in it, and they shut it, and then it got the power to
Kill.
zap dead.
So you can't get it out without dying.
Dude, we have bulldozers and all kinds of cranes.
What if
and
it's just
stuff.
electricity? That's probably what it is. It's probably some kind of battery conducts electricity. When you touch it, you get electrocuted.
God battery?
I would say God battery. I'm just trying to be logical about it.
If that's the case, then we should use that for a power source.
You've seen the Baghdad batteries, right?
No, it's Baghdad batteries.
It's debated, but they're clay pots with chemicals, and when you close
Okay.
it, it has conducting material on
Mhm.
top, and it powers things just like a traditional battery that we have.
Okay,
And
that's what our batteries do.
they were created thousands of years ago, though.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like 4,000 years ago.
Yes, then I did hear about those. Didn't remember the name.
Baghdad battery. So if
I thought you were telling that's the thing they're doing in Baghdad now. It's like a new technology. I was like,
batteries, it's going to
hey,
change the world.
our batteries do that, and they're this big. Thanks, Baghdad.
Good job. No, you get what I'm saying, though. Like, that's crazy to think that people used electricity
Yeah, way back.
a long time ago.
Yeah,
You know.
they harnessed it, which
Yeah.
is interesting. What did they use it for?
Light bulbs.
Yeah, a light bulb wasn't invented.
I know what it
until-
was for. Hot Pockets. Making Hot Pockets.
Some ancient pita hot pockets.
Hell yeah. That's where it's at.
I guess they could.
What would you use a battery for?
Fire starter.
Yeah, you could use it to start fire. You could use it to zap people and make them think you're a priest or God's voice.
That's true. Can't think of a lot of other electrical uses.
You know,
they
it's-
didn't have iPods back then.
Where was the transfer of like think about this. Back then,
Mm-hmm.
4,000 or so years ago,
Yeah.
3,000 years maybe, having technology made you a god.
Yep.
But somewhere in the middle, having technology got you burned.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, we surpassed we gave it to everybody, and then we surpassed it, and then we had to come up with better stuff. But by that time,
No, like the Dark Ages, right?
oh,
Like before the Dark Ages, when you had
I thought
technology.
you meant burned by actually it burns you.
No.
Like you have to. Yeah, it got you burned for witchcraft.
Yeah, like before the Dark Ages, having knowledge and intelligence
Uh-huh.
made you a god, a priest,
Mhm.
this super important person. In the Dark Ages, having technology got you killed in the worst way possible.
Because we're afraid of what we don't know.
But do you get what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah.
where was how was how did we
Yeah.
transfer from that?
What's a good topic? What secret society has the Philosopher's Stone?
I don't know anything about the Philosopher's
Ooh,
Stone.
we're gonna look into that. You don't know anything about the Philosopher's Stone? As above, so below.
It's Full Metal Alchemist.
Kinda. Not exactly. There's a real Philosopher's Stone that they think existed.
Is it
Nicholas
like alchemy?
Flamel, I believe, is.
Does it have to do with alchemy?
Yeah.
And it can transfer things into gold or something?
Yep. It could change things, lead to gold,
Right.
and it could heal wounds and stuff. It could change.
Change the property of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
That would be super cool.
There's a really cool movie about it called As Above, So Below.
Haven't seen it.
It was a found footage, suspenseful thriller. But it's really cool because in the end you find out it's about the Philosopher's Stone.
Spoiler alert.
No, they talk about it at the beginning, but I didn't know that that's what they were going into.
Right.
Thought it was gonna be a horror movie. It's not.
It's not a horror movie.
Good movie. As Above, So Below. You should watch it on whatever
I'll check it out.
site you can find it on, or just come over. You can watch it sometime. I'll bring it. I
Yeah,
have
let's
it.
do that. Let's do that.
But those are some good ones. We can go into more about that next time.
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone
Yeah.
and where they think it is.
Mm-hmm. When was this, when did this come about?
The
Like,
Philosopher's
it
Stone was a
wasn't
long time ago.
like ancient times or when alchemy was big?
When alchemy was big, everyone was trying to, the medicine men.
With mercury and all that
Yep.
nonsense, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was illegal to be an alchemist, too.
Yes. Because they thought it was
And
black
who was that
magic.
guy? There was a guy, a scientist. He worked for England, maybe? He worked for a country. I'm going to have to look it up. But he was secretly an alchemist, and he killed other people
What?
that were alchemists. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a topic.
I got to look it up.
I got another one that's pretty cool because this doesn't have to do with secret societies at all. But I listened to a podcast this week that was talking about a castle in Prague
Yeah.
that was taken over by the Germans, the Nazis, and there was a whole section of the Nazi party that was just tasked with finding occult books.
Yeah.
And they were trying to
Make themselves more powerful.
Yeah, with occult means, with black magic and
Yeah, the Nazi
witchcraft
symbol,
and-
the Nazi symbol, the swastika, is a occult symbol that means immortality. that they turned into this terrible symbol.
Yeah, it's not actually a bad symbol. It's
No.
like I think it's Buddhism uses it a lot, and
Yeah, Buddhism.
a lot of
uses
religions
It's
use
just,
this
it just
same symbol.
symbolizes immortality.
Yeah,
They,
and
they were like super into the cult.
there's a whole section of the Nazi Party that was like tasked with finding out witchcraft to empower.
It was Isaac Newton. He was secretly an alchemist.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he do?
He was.
He created gravity. Right? That's what he.
He created gravity.
Yeah,
No,
him with an
Newton's
apple.
writing suggested that one of the main goals of his alchemy may have been the discovery of the Philosopher's Stone.
Okay, so he was trying to recreate
Yeah.
it.
But practices of alchemy were banned in England during Newton's lifetime.
Well, yeah. Because you had to do some crazy stuff. Well, you didn't have to. Actually, alchemy has a bad name.
Well, you want to know why England didn't want alchemy to exist? Because it would devalue gold if somebody figured it out.
Yeah.
That's the only reason, which is really stupid. But yeah, he was secretly an alchemist, and he was like wrecking other people. So he's like
He was
stealing
sabotaging
their
them and
work.
stuff. What?
Yeah, it was crazy. Gotta look into that. It's interesting stuff.
I'm gonna add another thing: the conspiracy theory between Tesla
And Edison?
and Edison.
It's not really a conspiracy theory.
Isn't it?
No,
Because
it's well documented that Edison he killed animals to prove that his
He-
current was better.
but he also there's also the whole thing about the Tesla death ray.
Yeah, but Edison was dead. Edison died way before
Yeah, but he
Tesla.
was. Oh, but he's testing a death. He was testing a death.
Oh,
ray.
you mean that?
Big one.
You mean the conspiracy theory about Tesla and all this
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
And it was just kind of stemming off the war he had with
So
feud he had with Edison.
so their feud actually kind of died once alternating current was chosen. You know, direct
Yeah.
current's still important. It runs digital things, but Tesla won the current war. But then he created a tower that was supposed to transmit electricity wirelessly to the entire world.
Didn't do that,
He did.
but it shocks things real well.
No, he did create a tower that supposedly transmitted electricity, but when I think it was J.P. Morgan found out that it was going to be free electricity for everyone, he pulled the plug on his funding.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, he pulled the plug, and Tesla had to. He wasn't a good businessman. He didn't have any money.
That's crazy though.
He helped create radio. He created alternating current. He literally changed the entire world in 10 years, but he didn't make very much money. If he would have been able to accomplish a lot more.
Like the death ray.
Like the death ray. And all of his stuff was confiscated when he died. All of his writings.
Well, I would assume
The
they put
government
it.
confiscated it all,
They
yeah.
put it in the Ark of the Covenant and buried it somewhere because that's what they do,
We've come full circle. Everything just gets shoved in the Ark of the Covenant.
dude. Maybe it's a portal.
It's a
For
portal.
all this stuff.
You should be on Ancient Aliens.
I could be.
You
Dude,
just gotta rack up your hair a little
I
bit.
have to get a BS, PhD, and yeah, just be a little crazier. But not too crazy because then you're not plausible.
Yeah, you have to be slightly crazy, so you are an alien theorist.
But you have to be believable.
But sane enough to be believable.
yeah,
That's how you do it.
we're gonna work on these conspiracy theories.
Why do we always end up back in
'Cause it's
conspiracy
good.
theories? It is good.
It's the most interesting thing.
I
I'm
felt,
most interested.
I
in.
felt like the animal facts was nice too. That was nice.
Yeah,
That
well,
was a nice segment.
we can call it here probably.
Yeah, we can call it here.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you're there,
I think we have a few people.
Thanks.
watching.
for the follow. If you want to go, click the subscribe button.
The follow button.
The follow button.
Yeah, and we're gonna start uploading our videos to YouTube. We're gonna build the wheel. Build that wheel.
We're gonna build the wheel.
Yeah. We have
Colorful wheel.
Yeah, we're gonna have art soon
Yep.
from the amazing Remy.
Which they'll be able to purchase.
Yes.
And we're gonna write a theme song.
I did not agree to that.
We could write a theme song. I bet we could do it. It can't be that hard.
Yeah, theme song music. All right.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. We'll
But-
talk about it.
We'll be streaming at our normal time probably next
Saturdays.
week on Saturday.
Mhm.
It's unfortunate that it's just rescheduled this week.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody missed it. But you can always catch us on the VOD.
On YouTube
Yep.
after we stream.
So we're putting it on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna start improving everything. We're just kind of winging it.
Follow our Twitter. You'll be able to find everything.
Yeah, we're just gonna wing it.
We're at PodLuck.
Yeah, actually, Cody could post it. The other Cody.
Cody.
Other Cody can post it, and we have it in our link now because I did that. Remember, you can click
Yeah,
on
just
it.
go to our information.
Yeah, it's right
You'll
there.
find it. I have
Alright.
faith in you, the listener.
You can
Thanks,
find
guys.
those blue buttons.
Thanks. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
PodLuck out. Goodbye.
Goodbye.